I had a crazy weekend. I don't even think it was a weekend.
I don't know what else you did, but it looked like you had a productive weekend.
Well, if you're referring to the workbench,
Yeah.
yeah, I did that. That was kind of like my relaxation time, but I had to step away from it several times because I got to the point where I was like getting frustrated. So I had to like,
And you're like, no, this is supposed to be relaxing.
you know, when you build something and then you start realizing you're like just doing things fast and you've got to step away. So I stepped away for a little bit and that helped. And then I finished the framing.
Gotcha.
So, but no, I was at a volleyball tournament for, I think, 13 hours on Saturday. Yeah, it was a long time. They took second place. They did good. Lexi is she is not on that particular team. She's just kind of a sub for that team. So she only got to play a little bit. So it was exciting when she did get to play. And, but they did good. It was fun. I enjoy the people that are there. So that was nice.
That is good. So, our intern came over on Friday. He was like, so do you have big plans? And I was like, no, which probably means we're going to my parents' house. And he was like, oh, well, that'll be fun. And got home, sitting on the couch Friday night, watching TV after the kids went to bed. And Laura goes, do we have anything planned this weekend? And I go, no, nothing in cozy, nothing I can think of. And she goes, we should go see your parents tomorrow. I was
Man,
like,
you predicted it. Man, nice.
It had been about a month.
Yeah.
And like I was telling him, I was like, usually when we have nothing planned, we somehow end up at my parents'. The last time we went down, we went grocery shopping and then ended up in Sparta and just decided Sparta's close enough to Ava. Let's drive on down. And then like threw all of our groceries in their freezer.
Yeah.
Because we spent, 5 or 6 hours with them or whatever. But yeah, we were out grocery shopping, and so we thought we'd stop by. You don't drive an hour and 15 minutes like that, but we do.
Yeah.
With them.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was. But we spent the day with them. As soon as we got there, my son got to pet a cow.
Oh.
I don't remember petting.
Was it a first cow experience?
Yeah, first cow experience. Look at that.
Oh yeah, that's an old looking cow. I was expecting like a young one.
She's been around. She's currently pregnant.
Oh.
So she was laying down, and my dad was like, "Oh, you can pet her," and I was like, because that's his terminology for just like that cow won't hurt you. But he was like, "No, for real, put him down there. He can pet her," and I was like, "Oh my gosh."
Were you a nervous wreck?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say.
Do you see how poised I am?
Yeah, you're ready to spring into action. You're going to pull the baby back and kick the cow at the same time. Yeah, big animals and kids make me super nervous.
But she's super pregnant, so she's ready to drop a calf any day.
Yeah.
The other exciting thing is we got big kid car seats.
Oh, upgrade.
No more infant carriers.
That's a big move.
Yeah, so this morning, I put them in last night. They came on Saturday. I put them in last night. This morning was their first trip in them.
So are they
got cup holders.
Forward facing now?
They're still rear facing.
Okay.
So in this particular one, it's one of those convertible ones.
Yeah.
So they can rear face up to 40 pounds or up to 30 or 33 inches, something like that. So they're both around 23, 24 inches right now. And 25, 26 pounds, somewhere in that range. So they've got a little while still.
A little bit.
To keep facing the back.
Yeah, I remember when we flipped our kids around, flipped Lexi around, and then Kate around eventually, but several years apart. It was like, they were like, whoa,
a whole new
thing.
world.
You can face this direction.
This is illegal?
This is weird. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, I had been a little bit like analysis paralysis. I just kept looking at car seats and reading reviews and watching videos on YouTube and all of this different stuff. And finally I was like, you know what? Just buy one.
Yeah.
If you hate it, sell it.
Yeah.
Buy a different one.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this week, I wanted to talk about some of the new Amazon stuff. There's some crazy stuff that they came out with and that they announced.
Yeah, I've only seen, like, I saw the product page on Amazon when I went on there. But I actually saw a commercial for one of the products during football.
Ooh, we'll talk about that. I want to hear about that commercial.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to talk about Apple Watch Series 5 woes. Even, I don't know how you came across the article that you found, but the fact that you came across the article that you found, like, tells me that this is just, like, everywhere. Because I saw it because I'm, like, subscribed to, like, a whole bunch of tech nerd stuff.
Right.
But then, for you to run across it, I'm assuming you're not subscribed.
Twitter account.
Oh, is that where you saw it? I don't look at that.
I either saw it there or I saw it on my own, but it was on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, I don't read the feed on our Twitter.
I do.
It makes me angry. Oh. So, I read the stuff if anybody, like, comments or posts, but
on our own stuff.
Our own Twitter feed is...
Our mentions?
Is weird.
So you don't like our feed?
Yeah, I don't
feel like I curated our feed.
No, I don't know. I did some of it. I like followed some.
I've gone in and there have been a few things that I've read and I'm like, I'm unfollowing this person.
Yeah, Twitter is a weird.
It's a cesspool.
It's a vile place. Honestly, if Twitter went away tomorrow, I would not miss it. Like, I enjoy aspects of Twitter, but the hate and anger inside Twitter is like, it's so deep. It's deeper than any other social media.
It's vile.
It is. And you can go down some bad rabbit holes.
Yeah.
Let's not go there.
Let's don't.
Let's talk about what we were going to talk about.
Let's do. Hey everybody, welcome back to Lunchtime Tech Talk. I'm Chad.
And I'm Mike. So, did you see any of the Amazon gadgets they came out with?
Like I said, I saw them on the splash page. Is that what you call the first place you visit on a website?
Sounds good to me. The home page?
Yeah, homepage. I saw something to do with glasses.
Yeah.
I saw Amazon Auto.
Yep.
And then there were like two other things, but I don't remember what they were.
Yeah, so
they didn't strike me and make me remember them.
Well, one of them I'm surprised didn't strike you.
Yeah?
The Loop.
What's the Loop?
It's a ring that has Alexa built into it.
Oh, yeah.
How weird is that?
I did see that. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, they came out with all kinds of stuff. They had the Ring, this Echo Studio, which I'm kind of excited about. Then they've got the Echo Buds.
Ring, like a ring that you wear on a finger.
Literally,
not ring the doorbell.
Yeah, it's called the Echo Loop. And I think they called it a Loop because they've got the Ring products.
I wonder, it doesn't look very thick. That's a lot of technology in something that's not very thick.
It's kind of crazy. So if you look at it on... Okay, so now we're talking about this Alexa or Echo Loop. It's basically a smart ring with Alexa built into it. I know we're going to trigger everybody's device.
Yeah, sorry. Just turn your stuff off.
Yeah, mute it.
Listen in your headphones.
So for $130 as an introductory price, it'll go up to $180 after that. You basically get this ring. And what's interesting about this, if you see in the title, they call this a day one edition product, which basically to me means that, hey, we're just testing this out. Do you want to be a guinea pig for $130?
Is day one like an industry term?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like in software development, they'll say, oh, no, that's a day two feature, which means that's after it gets released and you have time to go back through and do updates. So, yeah, day one edition product, which is kind of cool for them because that just means they're trying to innovate. But the way that this thing works is, it is kind of cheesy. You kind of have to hold it kind of close to your face.
You have to talk into your hand like you're a Secret Service agent on a movie.
Yeah. Yeah. It almost looks like when people are talking, like they're like
about to sneeze
or something. But, also, it's got a speaker built into it. You can take phone calls, so you can go like put your hand up by your ear.
This is my invisible phone.
Yeah,
you could convince people you have an invisible phone.
You really could. But if you looked at like, okay, so what's really interesting is everybody's got different ring finger, right? Ring size. Okay. So they send you a box that has 4 different sizes in it. You try it on, and then you tell them which one fits you, and then that's the size of the loop they send you.
So what they send you is just sizers.
Yep. They send you sizers, and then you basically.
And I'm also guessing, like, we only have these 4 sizes. So, like, these are your options. So you figure out which finger it fits on.
Right. Yeah.
So, like, it might be a thumb ring for you. It might be a ring finger ring for me. Might be a pinky ring for some gangster somewhere.
Might be a toe. You might put it on your toe. Yeah. Why has he got his foot in his mouth? Did he say something stupid? No, he's talking to Alexa. But to me, it's like this is something that I can't see myself buying.
Sure.
Right now.
But it's fun.
But if this improves and it gets to be like, looks like a normal-ish ring, like how cool would it be just to be like, yo lady, add this to my grocery list anywhere I want.
Right. Well, I mean, for me, I don't even know where I'd put it. I wear a ring on every finger already.
Right, yeah, I can see.
Like Johnny Depp.
I can see all those rings on your finger. Are they invisible?
They're invisible.
They're pretend rings?
They're pretend rings.
But if you go through here and you look at this, like, the way that the technology is just like it's
all the way around it.
It's all the way around it. It's insane. But I think this is fun. Like, people. How
do you charge it? Do they have a picture of it sitting on a charger?
Yeah, it's got like a little desktop charging thingy. Here, let me. So basically, it's like a nightstand type. Geez, I gotta get a picture of it. No, it's like a nightstand puck. There was literally just a photo of that. And it's got like a little, like a peg, and it sits on that peg.
Gotcha.
And it charges it. I don't know if it's inductive or not, because if you look at the bottom of it, there's like little connector points, and I don't know if that's like to connect.
Got to be lined up.
I don't know if it's that, or if that's for charging, or if that's for like heart rate monitoring. So I don't know, but that's just one of the products that they had is this little loop. So it's like we are living in the future.
Oh yeah, the future is now.
Like the Apple Watch is amazing, right? With what all you can do, but now they've shoved it into a ring. Like some of the features that you can do, it's crazy. The other thing I think is going to probably be really, really popular are the Echo Buds. They're the wireless earbuds that have Alexa built into them. And I was pretty pumped about these whenever I first heard that they were going to make them. And then I saw the design.
Yeah, they look like all of the others.
Yeah, they kind of look like the Jabras, the Bose.
Yeah.
And I am not a fan of the in the ear type headphones. I know some people really like them
because the silicone push in,
like it seals in and all that stuff. Now, if they were $59, I would probably be more tempted to like try them, and if I don't like them, return them.
Yeah.
But at $130, I don't know. I just go with my AirPods. I just really like the AirPods. Some people don't like the little dangly part of the AirPods, but to me, it's like that the AirPods are more comfortable than any of the in-ear stuff that I've ever had. Like I had the Jaybird. They were in-ear. They pushed in your ear, and they sounded pretty decent. They lasted a long time. They had a wire, but that design just doesn't. I don't know.
The price you pay for nice wireless Bluetooth headphones, earbuds, whatever you want to call them, is such that, like, if you don't, for me, I don't have any idea how those are going to feel. I just have to spend $130 and hope.
Cross your fingers, yep.
With the AirPods, I knew how those were going to feel in my ear. I knew that I could lay down in bed on my pillow and them not kill my ear.
Right.
It's not the best thing in the world, but it works.
Right.
I know how they're gonna fit when I'm sitting at my desk. Like I already knew the product. It's just they clipped the wire off.
Right.
And so the hurdle to get across for like, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna like them wasn't there.
Yeah. I would say the only advantage that Amazon really truly has is their ease of return.
Sure.
But you have to be willing to put in that amount of money. Now, they do have cool features, like they integrate without having to do anything with Alexa. So it's like you're talking to an Echo whenever you have them in.
Right.
Like it just recognizes the trigger word and does what it does. So that's really handy. It's completely hands-free. There's also a small amount of noise reduction. They're using the same technology that Bose uses to reduce ambient noise from the outside, which is nice. So these would actually be probably pretty good on an airplane, where AirPods are useless on an airplane. You can't hear them hardly at all, even with the volume all the way up.
Don't you wear earmuffs over your AirPods?
No.
Oh, okay.
Do you? To hold them in?
I thought everybody
to
did.
keep them in?
It makes them look like Beats.
Yeah.
You know.
Everybody thinks you're listening to Beats, but you just got
They're just
Beat
fuzzy
symbols
pink.
is stuck to the side of your...
They're just fuzzy pink headphones. Or earmuffs.
So those, I think, will probably be fairly popular. I think
so too.
I think people will buy them, especially if they're like, I don't like AirPods, I want noise reduction, and I want in-ear sound.
Here's the other thought that I'm just having. I can sing along when I've got my headphones in, my AirPods in, and I've never had an issue with, like, Siri popping up. If I have my Amazon Music app open, you can talk to the girl and she'll play a different song or whatever. Sometimes when I'm just singing along to the music in my car, like, she'll pop up. And I'm like, I didn't even come close to saying.
Yeah. She just thought you did.
The word, but
she's
she
like,
thought I did.
You sure you don't want to talk to me?
That's going to be the same thing if you've got headphones in.
Yeah. You could get accidental triggers.
A lot of them.
Yeah. For sure. The next thing, which is so cool in my mind, but I don't wear glasses. So I unfortunately, this doesn't fit me. If I wore glasses, I would probably start looking at these because...
a lot of people just put in glass frame, like glass, no prescription.
Right.
And they look, because they think glasses make them look cool or whatever.
Yeah.
You could do that.
I don't know that they would help my coolness at all. It's a long way
I don't know. Those are good-looking frames.
They did a stylish-looking frame. So we didn't say this, but these are the... Echo frames is what they're called, and they're basically eyeglasses.
Yeah.
With Alexa features built into the sides, the stems, or whatever those things are called on glasses. The ear shafts.
The earpiece.
I don't know. I'm sure there's a technical term.
The sticks.
The sticks.
Not the round part.
Yeah, the sticks. So all the technology is built into the sticks of the glass. It doesn't sound right, but I'm going to go with it.
I want to see like an angle view.
It's built into the sticks. And what's really cool about it is they basically built a microphone in there, so it acts just like the wireless earbuds and the Ring, where it can pick up on Alexa and all that stuff. But it's got a speaker in it in each stick that apparently is like designed to where
it's the kind that messes with your bones?
I don't think it's the bone gyrating speaker.
Have you ever tried on those headphones? They've got them at
I haven't.
Fleet Feet.
The Aftershocks?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I haven't.
like
Let's
them.
see. Amazon says Amazon open ear technology, direct sound to your ears.
So it's directional speaker.
Yes. So one of the features that I really liked was there was a lady who looked really smart as a teacher on there, like by a chalkboard. I don't know why she asked it to play her podcasts while she was teaching, but that's what she asked. And her podcast apparently started playing. And I'm like,
no one else could hear it?
I'm like, that's really cool. So you could be walking around and have like headphones in all the time and no one would know it.
Yeah.
But I don't wear glasses, but this lady looks really intelligent and they fit her really well. And she's adding lemonade to her shopping list
Makes sense to me.
So you have to have these connected to your phone, but most people have their phones with them all the time.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting.
But yeah, pretty cool. I'm thinking that these won't be a huge hit because not everybody wears glasses, but I think they'll be kind of a popular, like, tech review type thing. And if you have glasses, it's a cool option.
Do you tell them what your prescription is, or do you then take them to your optometrist to have lenses put in them? I wonder.
That is a good question. I'm assuming that these are just the frames that come probably with a clear glass, and you'd have to get lenses probably fit for them. Let's see. Oh, visit your eyewear professional to get prescription lenses.
Or adjust the fit. Okay.
So, yeah. So, these are just the frames. But okay. This is where it gets kind of silly, right? I have never bought glasses, but I know glasses are crazy expensive.
Yeah.
Some people pay $400 or $500 for frames that are just metal.
Uh-huh.
These are $179 as an introductory price, or $249 after the introductory period. And they have a computer in them.
Yeah, I was going to say they're right in line with pricing for some designer frames.
This is like proof positive that regular glasses frames are way overpriced if you can slap a computer in it with speakers.
Well, the frame's the expensive part, not the silicon.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, the lady they fit inside the frames, I mean, she's got to be expensive. So those are probably the biggest, like, deals that happened. The frames, the loop, and the earbuds. But they also came out with some other updates. They've had Android, or the Echo Auto not out for public use, but you could get on a beta for it. It's just basically an Alexa that you put into your car. And it connects up through your phone, your mobile device, and all that stuff. And you can essentially, it's like having a dot in your car, and it can do navigation type directions for you and add things to your list and do your playlists and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool.
I saw an advertisement for Echo Auto over the weekend.
Was it
like a TV advertisement?
Was it a good one? Did it sell you?
No.
Okay.
No.
Not the best.
So I immediately went to, and I sort of started thinking about this with the Loop too, but like everybody's getting super protective about, we take our phones with us everywhere and they're tracking us and blah, 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 blah. Like, you're just going to add an Echo device to your car dash and let it know everywhere you go. Like,
yeah, it would definitely be.
I don't care about that stuff as much. I probably should, but I don't.
Yeah.
But that's where my head went. It's also like, it looks like super thin and sleek in the picture, but like when you actually see it sitting on a dash, it's like,
it's like the size of a candy bar, isn't it?
I
don't know. Smaller?
It looked big to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Every time I've seen it, it looks kind of bulky for what it is.
I think it looked bigger once it was in reference to something versus just, right there, it's next to the Loop. It looks tiny.
And the Loop looks gigantic.
Right.
Pictures.
100%
representative of size. Every time.
Every time.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to see I don't know. I'm just not interested in that right now.
I'm not interested in any of it.
Yeah, you're not an Echo, Alexa, Amazon person.
I don't have a single smart speaker thing in my house.
Yeah.
Outside of, if you want to consider Siri on my phone.
We use the heck out of ours. We really like them. Jessica likes to listen to music when she's cooking, and we use it for our grocery list, and we use it for reminders. The kids use theirs for alarm clocks. So there's a lot.
I see the benefit of them.
Right. You just don't have any.
We just don't have one. I'm sure once we buy one, we'll put one in every room.
That's the thing, is most people, whenever they get like a dot, that's usually what they start with because they're cheap.
Right.
And once they get one, they're like, you know what, this is actually kind of handy. I wish I had one in this room.
Right.
And then you buy one the next. it's a Christmas season type thing. Like it's a good gift if you have somebody who's like somewhat interested in technology. Sure. Like maybe they're not like super deep into it, because if they are, they probably have some sort of device. But if they're just like, I'm curious about this, a Dot is a good gift to get, because you can get them for $30, $20 whenever Christmas comes around.
Yeah.
But speaking of Dot, I thought this was awesome, and I'm sure this will be on my kids' Christmas list. The new Echo Dot has a clock built into it.
Oh, hey, that looks neat.
The third generation has a mesh, like nice speaker mesh, like soft cloth thing on the outside. Well, they basically just put a clock behind it. So the clock blows through the little Echo Dot, which is awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
I really like that. So that one's pretty cool. The other thing that they came out with is this thing called the Echo Flex plug-in smart speaker, which is essentially just like a Dot that plugs directly into a power outlet instead of
doesn't have a cord.
Doesn't have a cord, which is nice. I would like one of these for our kitchen.
Does that have USB ports at the bottom? What is that?
I think that's a speaker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this would be pretty cool for the kitchen.
Oh, yeah. In your kitchen, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
Because you have yours like kind of tucked up under anyway.
Yep. Yeah. That's something. And it's only $25. It's super cheap to get into that particular one.
Nice.
The other thing that I actually am kind of interested in is their new Echo Studio. So about a year or two ago, they came out with the Echo subwoofer. And you basically it was a subwoofer that paired to 2 Dots or 2 Echo speakers. And you could get stereo sound with the nice bassy sound, because the small speakers don't produce a ton of bass. But now they've come out with this Echo Studio, which is similar to like what a HomePod is. It's just a circular device with a subwoofer in it and multiple tweeters inside of it. And so it will throw the sound throughout the room. So you don't have the big problem with the subwoofer Echo setup is that you had 2 Echoes, and they weren't smart enough to know that they were 2 Echoes made to be one. So you would say something to one like, "Hey lady, start a pizza timer for 10 minutes. And then you would say 5 minutes later, "Hey lady, what's my pizza timer?" And the other one would answer and it'd be like, "I don't have a pizza timer." And you're like, "I know you don't, but your sister does. Can you ask your sister?" It's just little things like that they didn't.
I didn't realize they didn't like.
They do somewhat, but whenever you ask it for like a timer, it's just that one. Because you don't want like the timer going off like in like
5 rooms.
Five rooms.
That's fair.
It would be cool if you set a timer and then she came on and said, "Do you want this throughout all of your devices or just this one?"
You can use that Amazon.
Yeah, you're welcome. Not that they've thought of that. But no, for $200, basically you get the subwoofer and the tweeter all combined into one, and it's supposed to give you really nice sound throughout your room. Because I would like to have a single speaker that sounds good for our living room. So whenever we have family gatherings or friends over or whatever, we like to have like background music.
Yeah.
And then that would be our background music.
Yeah.
So there's a few other things like a Echo Glow, which is basically like just a night light. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yeah, nothing else was like really jumping out to me as far as like really coolness. But yeah.
That's the new Amazon stuff. Why did I talk in the middle of a yawn? I apologize.
That's okay. Yeah, that's pretty much all the Amazon stuff. Some really neat things, some stuff that's kind of like innovating, which is exciting, and then just some updates to the current Echo line. But you had sent me a text.
I did.
This weekend about the Series 5 Apple Watch.
Yeah.
What were they talking about?
Battery.
Battery?
Yeah. Apparently, doth sucketh.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the...
real bad.
That is the rumor going around.
Yeah.
That's not quite a rumor.
No. The one that I saw in particular was guy put a Series 4 on his left wrist and put a Series 5 on his right wrist, and then did a brick workout, swim run. 12 swims and 13 runs. I'm hoping they weren't very long.
I'm assuming
that seems intense.
I'm assuming that is the what's the guy's name?
Ian Blackburn?
Yeah, I think he is the Apple Watch triathlete. Yeah.
So, yeah, all this was over 3 hours and 42 minutes, and the Series 4 still had 48% battery remaining, and the Series 5 had 14%.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Which I'm guessing most people who train like this train in the morning. I'm guessing he had full charge overnight, woke up, ate breakfast, did this activity, and only used half the battery on his Series 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
And nearly drained the 5. But that wasn't the first thing I had seen. I think Hall, I can't think of his first name right now.
Ryan?
No.
Zach?
Yeah, Zach Hall. He had said something about it. And then I saw this one, and that's when I tweeted or texted you.
Yeah.
And you said DC Rainmaker had said something about it too. Like,
DC Rainmaker was pretty
fired up
about it. He's like, this is a huge downturn for the Apple Watch.
Do you think it's a software thing that they can fix remotely?
Yes, and here's why I think this. So I listened to another podcast called ATP, and those three guys are kind of tech nerds on there, and they have experienced this same issue. And one of the guys on there goes, hold up, I think this is a software issue because my wife's older watch was on iOS 13. She started noticing it getting a little bit worse battery life. And so he kind of came to the conclusion of like, maybe there's a process running in the background that is just like chewing through the battery on there, and it's just a bug that they need to fix. Now, granted, there's a huge difference between, I'm sure whenever he did this watch Series 4, Series 5 compare, he was probably on the same OS, which would be iOS 13, because you have to be on iOS 13. You have to be on iOS 13 to run WatchOS 6.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you have a Series 5, you have to be on iOS 13.
Okay.
And because it comes with WatchOS 6.
Gotcha.
So I'm assuming that
I didn't realize that those were tied together.
Yes, they are still tied together. As much as you want to think the watch is independent of the phone, it's not fully yet. Now that's the direction they're going, right?
Yeah.
But I think the always on display is definitely chewing through it. DC Rainmaker said that he was going to do a test of basically setting the Apple Watch Series 5 up exactly like the Series 4 with the not always on display, turning that off and making sure all the settings were the same, and then doing a side by side. I haven't seen him release anything on that.
Yeah.
But God, you hope it's software. I mean,
I hope it's not the always on display.
I hope it's not either. I hope it's like something like Series 5 is just running some sort of process in the background that shouldn't be running.
That it literally runs all day.
Yeah, and it just chews through the battery because, dude, it's poor quality. DC Rainmaker, he said that he did it was like a run, like an hour-long run and like an hour-long bike ride, somewhere around those range. Basically, it was like 2 to 2.5 hours worth of workout.
Yeah.
And by 7 o'clock or something, he was down to like 14%. Like he was getting that warning that pops up saying low battery. Do you want to switch into low power mode? And he's like, that never has happened in one day for that short. He goes, now if I go on like a Century ride or some super long, like 6-7 hour ride, yeah, he goes, but the Series 5 wouldn't last through that now.
Right. So 2 things. No one would complain if they didn't have an Apple Watch before that they could directly compare to.
Mm-hmm.
And no one would complain if they weren't bragging about 18-hour all-day battery life.
Yeah, they've always said 18 hours, and they missed the mark with this one.
Yeah.
That's why I'm hoping that this is software. Because,
right.
like, Apple is usually super conservative with their battery.
Right.
So, like, usually the 18 hours, most people can go 24 hours.
Right.
But this one, you can't even make it the 18 hours.
I don't remember what day it was last week, but I was like, I'm going to sell my Garmin, and I'm buying an Apple Watch.
Yeah.
And right now I'm glad I haven't.
Yeah.
Like, once I see that this is resolved, I'll be more
Right.
akin to, thinking about it again. But, like,
I really think it will get resolved via software.
it is going to be a huge change for me.
Yeah.
Going from a 2 to 3 week, one charge every 2 to 3 weeks to...
Having to put
You
it on
better
a charger.
remember to take that thing off and put it on your
Yeah.
nightstand. Like,
Yeah, which it's habit for me now.
Sure.
Because I've done it for, 3 years?
sure.
But, yeah, it's definitely different. It's almost like you're like, okay, well, I'm charging all my stuff now.
Right.
But you don't want to be like, am I going to make it through the day now?
Right.
Like, that's not really acceptable.
Yeah, you don't want to... I have chargers at work for my AirPods and for my... I literally don't charge my AirPods at home.
Yeah, I don't either.
I set them down on my puck at work and whatever.
Yeah.
And so I think when I got to work this morning, they were like 20% or something. But I don't want to have to go, okay, I'm going to be at my desk for the next hour, so I'm going to take my watch off
Right.
and charge it.
So when I bought my Series 3,
Yeah.
I had the first version before that. I was like, I'm going to buy a charger and put it at my desk because
Yeah.
my Series 0 or Beta or original Apple Watch, whatever, it was like that. Like the
Yeah.
battery was going bad. Like
Yeah.
it was just like old and
It was at the end of its life.
It was the end of
wasn't
its-
like that from day one.
I would say it definitely had worse battery life than my Series 3, but that's
Okay.
what you should expect, right? You
Sure,
should expect
sure.
the newer one to be better than the last one
Yeah.
and so on. And so I bought an additional charger when I bought this watch thinking, oh, I'll have this at my desk. It'll be nice. I very rarely ever use it. I used it the other day to update my watch because it needed to be on the charger.
Right.
So,
You need Wi-Fi and you need a charger.
right, but I haven't used it. I probably have used it maybe like 10 times since I bought the watch a year and a half ago. And one of our coworkers, Lorraine, she always comes over and steals it. And so she's used it more than me.
Right.
But yeah, so crossing my fingers that they get this fixed because it's not, if I was buying one and I had never owned an Apple Watch and that's the experience that I got, I would be like, why are people raving about this? This is not good.
Right. You'd be super turned off and bummed out.
Yeah. If you're not active, right? If you're not using it for activities like running and biking and yoga and whatnot, then it probably isn't as big of a deal. But
Yeah,
as soon
but-
as you start using it for that type of stuff, then
The day-to-day wear, I haven't seen anybody complain about it. Just, I can't make it to the end of the day and I'm not even doing anything.
Right.
Like,
yeah, that's
but
Not
you
cool.
also don't want, they've been saying this in their commercials, but like, this watch tells time.
yeah.
That's all you can use it for right now. If you click on anything, the battery's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. God, I hope they get it fixed.
Yeah.
I hope it's just a
I
software
hate
bug.
dogging on them like
The
this,
only
but-
downfall about Apple when it comes to this stuff is they don't ever say anything.
Right.
They won't ever admit that there's an issue. They will just like either let it go for the longest time and just be like, we'll fix it in the next version, or they will quietly update it.
Yeah. Watch OS 6.2.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden everything's fine.
Oh wow, hey, my watch lasts 4 days now. So, who knows? Good luck, Apple.
Yeah, good luck. This is from a month ago, but I had saved this to my reading list and then forgot to ever mention it on here.
Mm-hmm.
Apple has fought against letting independent repair shops repair
yeah.
Apple products with
Yeah.
real
Right to repair.
market, with real Apple pieces, parts,
Yeah.
whatever. But they're going to start letting people do that.
Yeah, so they can basically have OEM parts from Apple.
Yes,
and
that's
you
what
can-
I was OEM,
And you can get them serviced at
original
a
parts. Yeah.
shop without having to go to Apple, which
Yeah.
is crazy when you think about it. Like, how many iPhones are out there? How many Apple products are out there? And there's not like little mom and pop shops that can buy the stuff that can get certified
Right.
to
like
fix them.
Batteries Plus or Batteries Unlimited, I think, are our two local places. Like, if you want anything from, like, if you wanted them to fix your screen, it's not a Apple screen.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's good that they're going to let the third-party people do it with OEM parts, because there is a big market for people that will fix the screens, and they'll put like a lower quality screen on there, and it can cause issues. And if you take it to somebody who's not certified to do it, you can actually brick your phone like pretty easily.
Cool, huh?
Yeah, it'd be super sweet. Like, my screen's broken, now your whole thing is broken.
Now your phone doesn't work.
Yeah, so...
Well, neat.
Well, it's good that they kind of gave into that. I wouldn't say good job, Apple, because I'm pretty sure that they're like, we don't want to do this, but we're probably legally having to do this.
It sounds better if we stop fighting and just do it than if we get court-ordered to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Man, poor Apple. They didn't have a good day today with us.
Nope.
But you know what?
There's always next week.
There's always next week. We do love you, Apple.
Yay, Amazon.
Jeff Bezos, he's listening right now.
For sure.
Crazy Tech?
Crazy Tech.
Let's do it.
This is for you, Marcus. I hate you, by the way.
I'm so excited.
On Mondays at lunchtime, we record the podcast. As they say, the show must go on. This is so long.
Amazing.
In Silicon Valley, they bless us with tech stuff. Crazy ones we bring on the pod. Two dudes record in the car. I believe that the pod will go on. On cue, church bells ring at noon, and we pause for a moment, but the pod will go on and on. That's what I get for asking for requests.
That was the one.
I get this. I get this.
Well,
hey, why don't you do the love song from Titanic?
I'm not gonna lie. When you got to the two dudes part, I started sweating. Okay, you know what? Challenge accepted. Challenge freaking crushed.
Right? If I'm gonna ask for it.
You are versatile. I mean, your voice isn't as beautiful as Celine Dion's.
Well,
but
she's an angel.
I did feel like I needed to be at the bow of the ship, holding my arms out or something. Dude, I don't know if I can go on now. That was...
But the pod must go on.
Yes, it must.
And on.
Yeah. So, do you want to go first, or...
Yeah.
Okay, you want to get this behind you?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I want to just move on. Actually, I was watching a YouTube video. I subscribe to Smarter Every Day.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of, like, engineering kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't know. And he also does a lot of slow motion camera stuff.
No.
But anyway, yesterday he was talking to one of his engineer friends. And he's used machine learning to build into a closed-circuit camera system gun detection.
Oh.
And so his hope is that this would be installed in schools.
Yeah.
And instead of... The way they described it, so they showed a map of a very rudimentary building layout for active shooter.
Uh-huh.
And so you get a 911 call, and it's from this room, and maybe it's old information.
Right.
Maybe it's just speculative.
Okay.
Maybe it, is whatever, and then you get another 911 call, and you get another 911 call, and then police arrive, and they really don't know where the guy is.
Mm-hmm.
But the way this software worked is it didn't just recognize the shape of a gun. Mm-hmm. So, like, if a cop walked into a school and had a gun in his holster, it would see the gun, it would recognize the gun, but it would block it green and say that it's not a threat. It recognized the actual, like, where your fingers and thumb are on a gun.
Oh, okay.
And if it was up versus pointed at the ground. It also recognized, when a gun's empty, the slide rocks back and stays there.
Oh.
And exposes the tip of the barrel.
Yeah.
That's not a threat. So that's a green box. As soon as he hit the button to let the slide rock forward, red box.
What?
And
that's crazy.
On top of all that, like as soon as it recognizes it, it assigned a value from 0 to 1 of I'm confident this is a gun versus not so confident. But it would text a picture with the box around it and everything. It would text that to like whoever is in charge of the camera system or whatever.
Yeah.
But the guy said he uploaded 30,000 images that he went through and identified himself, uploaded those into his computer. He said he probably spent 80 hours straight.
Jeez.
If you combined all the time of just labeling gun, not a gun, dangerous, not dangerous,
right.
Like all of this stuff. And so it won't recognize a phone as a gun or any of that
or
kind of stuff. Or a Pop-Tart. Like, but it was I don't know. It's just, machine learning is so versatile. If you have the person who's smart enough to think about how to use it. But the way they showed it on this map was like, there might be a camera or two in every room. And when armed forces get there, like, they know exactly where he is because the gun's been detected here, now.
Yeah. It's like almost like live tracking throughout the building in assessing whether or not the person is a threat or not.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it. I also think that they could implement my C-gun tase.
Right?
Remember?
We talked about that before.
Yeah. Now they got the AI. They can see, this person's a threat.
C-gun tase.
The camera also has a taser
built into it
and tases the person. C-gun tase.
The other thing that was cool, so they had the Smarter Everyday guy and his friend, they had talked to several different companies, and some of those companies were like, well, does it detect a gun concealed by clothes? And they said, no, absolutely not. Like, their stance, this is not the official opinion of this podcast, their stance was that the Fourth Amendment, which is to protect you from illegal search and seizure, should protect you from whatever they were talking about, microwaves or maybe some sort of radar system that could detect a gun through clothing. Yeah. And he said, I don't feel comfortable with that. And so we're only doing what a camera can see, what a naked eye can see.
Yeah.
But he said there are other products and stuff out there that are focusing on that technology to try to. But he said, I don't want to be X-rayed every single place I go. Well,
I feel comfortable with his thought process because you could go down the rabbit hole of eventually Minority Report.
Yeah.
And it's like, do we want to go there? We want to detect these threats, right?
Right.
That would be an awesome system to have inside of a school. As a parent, I would be like, get that camera system in the schools.
Yeah.
Because if there is an active shooter situation going on, I want the police to be able to know exactly where to go and exactly what to do.
Yeah.
In that moment. I don't want anybody's kids to be left in there and not know if the person's was reported in room 1, but now is in room 15 because 3 minutes have passed.
Right.
I want to know, like, somebody being able to look on a thing saying, okay, he's moving to here. The threat has now moved to this room.
Yeah.
And then they know exactly where to go.
Yeah.
The quicker that we can get responses to stuff like this, it'll also help deter people from wanting to do this. The faster that we can shut that stuff down. Because then they're not going to I don't really know what they're doing it for, right? What these active shooters are doing it for. I don't know that anybody really knows, but if they're doing it for attention, they're going to get less attention if they get stopped quicker.
Right.
So AI doing good work there.
I agree.
Yeah.
What's your crazy tech?
My crazy tech is NFC stickers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
You ordered a pack.
I ordered a pack. They're super cheap little stickers, and they're literally little stickers. There's one right there in my car.
Looky there. I didn't even know it was there.
Yeah, it looks like a sticker. You can't tell that there is a chip inside of there. And basically what these little stickers do is it's got a little chip that's super low powered, and it basically sends out a code, like a number. Like code 1, code 2, code 3. And I now am with iOS 13.1. Siri Shortcuts has automations. And those automations you can tie to triggers like NFC stickers. So if I assign a shortcut to set my alarm, I can now have a little sticker that my phone will recognize as ID number 1. Oh, does this shortcut on Mike's phone? If you walked up to it with your phone, it wouldn't know what to do.
Right,
but you could assign it to, like, turn on my front porch light if I gave you that shortcut. And you could do that, where that NFC sticker would turn on my alarm. The same NFC sticker for your phone might turn on a porch light. So the sticker is not, the sticker
has no knowledge.
Sticker has no knowledge.
The sticker is just a number.
Just a number. Thing. Yep. And then your device inside your shortcuts basically says, this is what number 1 is supposed to do.
So you could put, assuming this actually worked.
Okay.
Right? You could put a sticker in your kitchen.
Yeah.
And for you, it turned on the margarita machine.
Ooh.
But for your daughter, it turns on the smoothie maker.
Yeah. We don't want that to turn on the margarita machine for
her.
Right.
But, like, it's the same sticker, but it's different devices activating.
Exactly.
Being activated by the sticker.
Exactly.
Not activating the sticker, being activated by the sticker.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
this one you have behind your phone, right underneath your SP Connect. What part of your phone has to be close to it in order for it to work? Okay.
The very top where basically your cameras are.
Okay.
If I held it up to it right now, like it would start playing podcasts.
It's like the Apple Pay. Like you have to get pretty close to the top. I did not know that until this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to buy something, and I was like getting all nervous and sweaty because, like, it's not working.
Yeah.
And so then I started doing this whole thing, and I was like, oh, there one.
Yeah, it's the very top. That's where the NFC, near field communication antenna is, somewhere up there near the earpiece. And basically you put these little stickers wherever you want and do other triggers. So don't put it near mine.
I won't. I won't. No, they're about the size of a quarter.
Yep.
And they're thin as a piece of paper.
Yep. They're crazy is what they are. It's like that. Now this is something that Android has had for a while, but they haven't had the ease of the automation process. So Siri Shortcuts, although it can be complicated, it is actually simplified the process of automating things altogether. Where before you had to use multiple programs and all this stuff to get all these things to work, and then you had to hope that it would work with the NFC sticker. It's now all centralized inside of iOS 13.1 and above.
Nice.
So I'm pretty impressed with them. I've got one that opens up my garage doors, so I can go to either one of my garage doors and hold it up to it, and it'll open it up for me.
To the actual door?
Yeah. It got a sticker that's on the door.
That's nice, because sometimes you're already by the door. And you're like, shit, now I gotta walk all the way to the other end of my garage to hit the button to come back to where I currently am.
Yep. So that's all I've got for my crazy tech. It's definitely handy. The stinking church bells are getting ready to ring.
I'm powering through.
You're going to power through it?
Powering through.
Why don't you tell them where they can find us?
Guys, you can find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and wherever else you find podcasts. You can find...
I'm blocking the sound with my hands. You can't see this. Right. This is going to work.
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Lunchtime Tech Talk. You can find us on Twitter at Lunchtime Tech T1. You can find me at MSU Mac. That's MSUMACC. I suggest y'all go check out Mike's Instagram for his newest workbench project.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
That is on Run Bike Mike on Instagram. And you can use that same thing for a lot of the other social medias that you may like, but not Twitter.
But not Twitter.
Twitter is run_bike_Mike.
_gang.
And it's not the word underscore.
_______.
It's not the underscore word, it's the actual symbol.
Yeah.
So now that I've lost you completely and you have no idea where to find my stuff,
Run Bike Mike.
We'll talk to you guys next week.
Run Bike Mike.
What?
Why didn't the teddy bear have dessert?
No idea.
Because he was stuffed.
Oh.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.